losing my mother was the hardest thing I've ever
I can't imagine.
went through. It's literally destroyed me. I was doing tours with Big Sean, Wale, Meek Mill, Marsha Ambrosius. I was, doing all this, and I didn't get the record deal that I thought I was gonna get. I was kind of back to square one, and all of this happened. I'm like super down, depressed or whatever, and Dr. Hughes hits me, and he's like, we should go get lunch and see like where you are in life. Sometimes you could do that you wouldn't approve of if it was done on the other side, right?
Most of the that we do.
And so, but my thing is now, like if I show up or if I do something, like again, we can all look at somebody else and tell them exactly what they doing wrong, or how they do it wrong.
Right.
So what I do that changed and made my marriage better. My marriage got better when I started saying, all right, Devon, how are you contributing to this? How are you hearing what she's saying?
Yeah.
Am I listening to understand or am I listening to respond to what she's saying?
Yo, you didn't Photoshop any of that? Like you didn't doctor anything up?
No, just color, just dialed in some color and, just adjusted the colors. That was it.
All right, cool.
Just some color
They
adjustment.
don't know what masculinity is no more. Let me show them.
Whoa, what does that mean?
What are you talking
You don't know what masculinity is no more.
Oh, that's what he said.
Whatever, man. Anyway.
Oh man.
Welcome to another episode of
We back.
the Art of
It's
Opinion
been like 3
podcast,
months.
man.
Yeah.
Has it been that long?
It's been a minute.
It's been that long? Yeah.
Holidays and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who want to do an introduction?
Of course.
I got it. Wait, welcome to another
Yeah, we
episode.
do this every time.
Right. They know
Yo, who gonna do it?
way.
He gonna do it.
every time.
It's scripted now.
Welcome to another episode of the Art of Opinion podcast. I am Relic.
I am SB Bino, Mr. No Feelings.
I am ultramagnetic MC. That's what he called me. Yeah. He don't know it was a compliment though. I'm Dre though. You know what I mean? I'm Dre.
You know who it is, man. Mr. Oglesby himself, man. We got a special guest in the building today, man. We've been trying to get this guy for 10, 20 years on here. You know what I mean?
He always at the school.
Yeah. Friend of SB, you know what I mean? Real good friend of SB.
Yeah, man.
You
So
know
I'm
what I
gonna try to introduce this guy the proper way, and then we can get into what we do.
Okay.
Well, can we take turns introducing him? Because I got something I want to say too.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, you go first.
All right.
So
So,
like that.
Yeah.
so I've been trying to do my homework. I've been trying to do my research. All right. So
Like you would have to do your research
So-
on
right.
That's craziness.
So this is a business owner that we have here today.
Yeah.
The
All right,
owner
great,
of Beck Excellence LLC.
Let me hear some applause for that.
Hold on, we're gonna say the applause for them.
Okay,
He got
all right.
12
of
Save
them.
the applause for them. Okay. He's also a keynote speaker.
Yeah.
Seen that.
Keynote speaker. I'll give you the prices later.
I seen him.
Okay.
He ain't playing. I seen him.
Nah,
He's also a radio personality for 97.5. Live 97.
Live
Shout out to
97.5.
Shout out to Donio. Shout out to Donio.
Shout out to Donio, Ron Dew in the building.
He's also a facilitator of recruitment. Okay. All right. We're talking about the school system now. Retention.
Okay,
equity,
all right. I was getting ready to ask some questions.
Yeah, relax.
What are you recruiting over there, guys?
Facilitator of recruitment.
Let him land this plane.
Gotta
guys.
stipulate.
And equity at Talbot County Public School.
Oh my goodness,
Okay.
man! The boy's resume is
Undergrad degree at UMES.
Undergrad.
Listen.
and let's not forget a phenomenal MC.
We'll
Let's
get
not forget a phenomenal MC.
A phenomenal MC.
I heard a couple bangers and shit.
Yeah.
You guessed it. Devon Beck is in the building.
Yeah, thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you. That was a wonderful intro.
No, we're not done with the intro.
Oh,
okay,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
we've never.
We got more. We got more.
never
We got
had
more.
A guest that gets multiple intros. Okay,
This is a damn person.
so I'm gonna tell you about the first time I heard this dude. Okay, so I had to speak at an NAACP event. I go up, I do my thing.
Round of applause for that too.
Well, thank you.
We're not gonna leave you without applause, even though it's not for you.
This
but,
ain't
you know,
about me, but thank you. I appreciate
no
it.
doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
You get 3
Shout
claps.
out to my guy.
I get up there and I speak. I had to speak, I think, of like the dangers of menthol cigarettes and how it's actually a social issue in the black community. But whatever. I get up there, talk about that. I sit down, and they're like, okay, we have another speaker coming up there. Devon Beck gets up there, he speaks, right? As he's speaking, I have 2 thoughts. Number 1, I'm glad I went before him. And number 2, I hope ain't nobody coming after him. Okay. Because that dude's his ability to control a room and to be so captivating. I mean, I was so lost in everything that we can get into all of that later. Because this really is supposed to be an introduction.
That's why I say phenomenal MC.
Yeah.
Phenomenal MC. It don't just mean rapping.
Rapping. He was.
It don't mean just rapping. It just means master of ceremony. You know what I mean?
You got
Master
your
of
intro?
ceremony. That's what it is.
exactly what he was.
You
man.
finished? You finished with the intro? You got one?
I'm done. Like
I ain't mean.
I got more accolades coming later.
Can I bring him in the right way, man? Can I bring him in the right way? Can I remind him? Can I remind him what we hold on. What I got queued up?
Your president is a racist. Stated the obvious to get that all out the way. Hatred in the soil built this country on our black backs. From a king to a slave, we back to kings. And that's that, made in God's image. From the cloth for whom you pray to. Oppressed from the roof, still his hands up. Don't shoot. Just some famous last words, another brother slain. Guarantee you probably hashtag his name, we blame for this. They used to hang us in the forest, tell them I can't breathe, now they record it. Lord, I guess it's war they want. I'm ready like a freedom fighter, black fist in the air. Hold it higher, they tired of talking race. Imagine trying to live it, your black skin ain't a limit. Your black skin ain't a sentence, your black skin ain't aggressive. Your black skin ain't a weapon. See, I'm black and I'm proud. This black skin is a blessing. They say black is cool, black is cool. See, they love our culture, hover over your dead body, attribute of a vulture. Of course you want the American dream. Nice house in the car, mask on daily, hiding them invisible scars. Try to beat the odds. They'll push your buttons, but you need that job. Busting your ass, working twice as hard for the bare minimum. Stereotypically called a criminal. If you ain't educated, they gon' cripple you on second thought. Even if you smart, they gon' cripple you. Crap kneeling for the anthem is offending whom?
That's enough. That's enough. We can keep
Round of applause for that. Round of applause for that blackness.
Yeah, man, that's actually shout out Bryce.
Yeah, Bryce
shout
on
out
the beat,
out Bryce, man.
Production.
But that's actually Shane's fault because I was minding my business. and he hit me and had the idea. And I remember, obviously he's like, I'm like, what do you want me to, do you want it to be condensed? He was like, just go. Because I mean, at that time,
it was a heavy moment.
Yeah,
it was a heavy time.
It was a lot of heavy stuff going on.
Just think about how relevant that song is still to this day.
It's gonna be forever, right?
Yeah,
unfortunately.
When did y'all do it? What
That
was
song
going
like
on at
5
the
years
time?
old.
During COVID.
Yep.
It's during COVID.
Man.
Okay.
Yep. And he was like, just go. And it ended up being one of those moments for us. And we got a lot of records together. But that record right there, man.
I wanted to start off with Bully just for the energy, but I said,
So that's cool. All right, so we're not gonna go all the way back or nothing like that. None of that stuff. But I was sitting trying to figure out like how do I attack this interview because like I feel like you've been controlling the narrative for too long. I feel like you put out so much stuff of what you want people to see, and I was like, well, so how do I approach this? So I guess my opening question is, how's Fran?
How's he going to? Are you Nardwar?
I'm just
Fran is well with her husband.
Okay.
She's
Shout out to Fran. Who's Fran?
Fran's my first
Shout out to Fran.
girlfriend. But again, here's the thing. Like,
hold on. Why you ask a married man?
No.
But no,
she's friends. She's friends.
Oh, okay. All right.
She's friends with my aunt. So she was like my first crush. You know what I mean? But she's like, my aunt's age. You know what I mean? But he meant friends.
I get it now.
Yeah.
I get it now.
Beck
I get it now.
Tap dancing on my
So
I get it now.
damn, bro.
Yeah. But friends, good.
Friends
you know what I
good.
mean? Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
cool.
Shout out my wife.
Yeah,
Shout out my wife.
Clean it up.
Can't leave that out.
Clean it up.
Just thought I'd share.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right, so yeah, cool. Shout out to my sources. Now, so here's a real question. So, in your words, how do you explain what you do?
Man.
How do you explain what you do? I know it's a title for it, but exactly how do you verbalize exactly what you do?
Well, let's first start off. What is BX? I mean, what is B? What does it stand for? What is it entitled? How did you start? All of that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well, I think if I talk about who Devon is and all of those things, it's a multitude of things, because I think so often people don't follow their purpose, right? It's so hard for people to walk in their purpose and to do like what they're called to do. And there's so many people that are walking around like they have talents, like you can do this good, you can do this good, you can do this good. But I think to answer what Shane was saying, I'm somebody who, man, that's a layered question.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because I think everybody that meets me is gonna get a different version of me. Not meaning that I'm fake or whatever, but I think most people that I meet, they'll be like, yo, there's a wall that you have, right? And it's almost like I've noticed so much of the world at this point where I just know who's who. You know what I mean? And trying to explain what I do is difficult because I'm a father, I'm a brother, I'm a son, you know what I mean? I'm a keynote speaker, I'm an MC, I'm a husband. You know what I mean? Like I'm all of these things. But if somebody was to say, who is Devon? Like I feel like I'm just somebody who's walking in their purpose. That's like the condensed answer. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah, it definitely didn't. So what I was trying to say is, because I'm trying to go through this thing. Like we'll get to Beck Excellence. I'm trying to
start from the beginning.
No, not too far back.
Okay,
but even what you do now, like, what would you call that within? Like I said earlier, Talbot County Public Schools, all that. So what do you call that you do? If you can give me just a. I feel like I'm
trying to inspire kids that look like me to show up in those spaces and not be intimidated in those spaces.
Okay.
I feel like when I'm showing up every day, like kids might see me in a suit every day and they'll be like, yo, he don't teach. He not a principal.
Right.
He not. So what do you do?
Right.
You know what I mean? And so for me, I go in and I don't know. I was explaining to somebody yesterday. They don't tell me not to do it, but what I do is I'll go to a school, and obviously all the young black males are gonna gravitate toward me when they see me. Like, and you know, you're relatable. So I'm like, yo, what's up with you? Like, how's class? Like, I don't never talk about sports. I'm always like, how's class? What I do is I'll tell them like, yo, if you're struggling with certain things, like if you need help, ask for help. If you need me to go sit with you to talk to your teacher, I'll do that as well. That's not my job description at all.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But what I'm doing is letting those kids know that I'm a safe space. It's nothing that you could tell me that's not gonna, you know, I'm gonna judge you for it and all that. But my official title is facilitator of recruitment, retention, and equity. So I'm recruiting for teachers to come to TCPS. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to University of Maryland next week, going to Towson next week.
Okay.
You know, and I'm looking for teachers to come, and I want highly qualified teachers. I don't just want anything.
Yeah. Okay. So with that being said, what you just said, so would you call yourself like a bridge between students that look like us and to be understood by teachers that don't look like us?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of my conversations with teachers are about having a deeper understanding of everybody and giving grace. You know what I mean? Like I want you to give grace to people that look like me, but don't lower the bar.
Got it. Okay.
You feel what I'm
That's
saying?
important.
Like I want kids to still have that standard, because I don't want a crutch. You feel what I'm saying? Though I might come from a messed up background, or, you know, broken, all of those things doesn't mean I need a crutch. It just means that I need grace. You feel what I'm saying? Because no kid that shows up needs to be told that they can't achieve certain things. You can't look at a kid when they're 15 and say, oh, you ain't gonna be nothing. Right? We all were teens at some point, and we all have done dumb things. We still do dumb stuff, right? You know what I mean?
And
Like some of us are more beyond that than others. But if you judge me for where I was at 15, there's no way you can tell me that I'm doing a speech at the NAACP. You know what I mean? Like if you would just stop me at 15, it's a lot that I did.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Story.
So that's the story.
Right. Yeah.
But again, I'm trying to get the adult brain to look at the 15 or 14-year-old brain and be like, yo, we can cultivate that. That's up to us to shape that. It's not up to us to judge that, you know?
Have you always wanted to do something like that?
No, not at all.
Like, what did you aspire to do? And then how did you transition from that to what you do now?
It chose me. When I went to school, I wanted to be Stuart Scott. I wanted to be on ESPN. I did. That's what I wanted to do.
Tar Heel.
And I was a hooper, and once those hoop dreams deflate, you feel what I'm saying? A lot of these things. But what I didn't do, and what is probably a really, really big, important part of my story, is I didn't apply myself at the time that I should have. And
You mean basketball?
Nah, not even basketball. just if I'm saying that I want to be, I got good at telling the story of what I wanted to do, opposed to actually doing it. And a lot of us do that. We get good at telling people the story to get them off your back, right? If I know, if somebody say, "Hey, what you want to do?" Oh, this is exactly what I want to do. People be like, "Oh, he got it all under control," but then I wasn't actually moving toward that, right? But
that's powerful.
But as a young boy, you know what I mean? You want to make sure you got an answer for everything, because if you feel like you say you don't know or whatever, everybody gonna be like, oh my gosh. And so that's why I'm giving young people a lot more grace now. It's okay if you don't know what you want to do. It's fine if you don't know what you want to do. It's people that are 50 years old that still don't know what they want to do. They just going along to get along.
That's true.
Right?
That's facts.
And so I think a lot of when we're working with young people, and anybody that's working with young people just needs to know, like, oh, just give them space, because you figuring it out. And now we're figuring out a world that we ain't seen none of this before.
Right.
Ain't nobody grew up on camera all the time. Yeah. Like, think about it.
Yeah.
Like, this is a different,
that's true.
This is a way different generation that has.
We see with the child stars that did kind of grow up on camera, how some of them turn out sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't they turn out, and, they get exposed to so much so
Absolutely.
fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, so you work a lot with children. You can tell that you care.
Yeah.
That you actually want to be, because you say you're doing things that's not really within your job description, which means you're also not getting paid, but you're doing things that actually show that you really care.
Yeah.
What happened to you to make you want to be that person for them?
That's an amazing question, and that honestly goes into how Beck Excellence or even my motivational speaking started.
Good question.
I'm gonna take you to 10th grade. 10th grade, I'm sitting in my geometry class. I'm class president, homecoming prince, captain of the basketball team, all of these things, right? Had a deep, dark secret. I was terrible at math, right? And so I'm sitting in the back of this classroom, and back in the day, they used to give you participation points. And so I knew that I was going to get bad marks on the test because I didn't understand what was going on. But I knew if I raised my hand and answered questions, like, man, I'm going to get an A in that part, at least. And so the teachers used to write the warm up on the board. And this particular day, I got on a orange polo sweater, my Levi 501. I got my beef and broccoli chuckers on. I was fresh, like fresh to death that day, right?
He was chilling.
And I remember the girl that was sitting in front of me. I thought she was cute, so I'm like, "Hey, you know what I mean?"
Was it Fran?
Yeah, huh? Nah, it wasn't Fran. Relax.
My bad.
He said Fran was his aunt's age.
My bad.
So, unless she was a teacher.
My bad.
So
I giving all that information.
I raised my hand, and I worked on I would try my hardest, and I worked on the question, and I answered the question, and raised my hand, and he called on me, and I said it wrong, and he was like, "Oh, you just dumb," and everybody laughed, and so
that's crazy.
Every
teacher said that?
Yeah, but everybody laughed at me. You understand what I'm saying? And as confident as young Devon was, that drained everything, right? Because I felt, it didn't matter who I was. It shrunk me to like almost nothing. And for the rest of my high school career, I would not raise my hand in a math class.
That's crazy.
Now, I would go on the UMES and I would go into a remedial math class. I had to go to a remedial math class when I got in. And I remember going to Miss Harmon, this old black professor, man. And this is why I tell all of my black kids to go to HBCUs if you get an opportunity, because I went to North Carolina. Going there and I said, look, all I need to do is get a C and we good. I promise you, I'll sit in the back. I won't say nothing. I won't make, I was an English major to get away from math. And so she was like, nah, you're going to come to my office hours every Tuesday, every Thursday. We're going to work on this material. And I'm like, I don't want to do that neither. I just kind of want you to, but I ended up doing it. We built a relationship and, slowly but surely, I started getting the content. I started getting what she was teaching and I ended up telling her the story. And she was like, you have to remember that nobody is dumb. You just weren't reached properly. You just weren't taught properly. He didn't adjust his teaching style to you, right? Right. And so that changed my life because then I started slowly but surely getting more confidence. August 13th, 2013, I taught my first geometry class.
That's fire, man. Yeah. That's fire. Round of applause.
Yo, that's amazing.
That's fire.
But I tell that story to say this, like now, Mr. Oberdick has to, he has to.
That sounds too close to my name, too.
Nah, but what I'm saying,
That's your new name.
Like, he has to deal with me telling this story over and over. And I've been in front of a bunch of audiences telling this entire story, right? And I went back to North Carolina and they were like, I want you to come back and talk about your experience in high school. And everybody assumed that I was going to come and tell like this.
It was great.
This great story because
tell the real.
Because of, and shout out to my dad because I was about to do that because again, I cared what people thought of me. And I didn't want to piss people off. I didn't want no smoke because everybody loves Devon, right?
Yeah. Right.
I talked to my dad. He was like, you got to tell your story. You can't tell nobody else's story. You can't make everybody else comfortable about what you're doing. You got to tell your story. And I told the story and I got a lot of backlash for it. And they probably won't ask me to ever come back and speak there again.
Oh, that's crazy.
But I told my truth. And I had so many older people come up to me afterwards to say, thank you for telling that.
Is that teacher still at the school?
Nah.
Oh, I already said because I don't remember the name because my kids went to.
Nah,
to
apparently, this is what was told to me that he was going through a divorce at the time, and he was going through a lot of stuff, and that's why
he took it out on you.
But again, I said you don't get to do that because we all deal with some type of bullshit.
Exactly.
Everybody go through something, and so you don't get to take that out on a child because even though I got over it and I used it as my wings, how many kids didn't have a Karen and John Beck home?
Right. Yeah.
How many kids felt like they were dumb because that happened to them and maybe they went in a completely different route?
Most of them going to give up.
And that's what's gonna happen. And I tell that story. I tell that exact story to my new teachers because I want them to know the forever lasting effect that you can have on a child by what you say. That's a word. He never put his hands on me. One word you said to me really planting a seed and could have went in any kind of direction. Right. And so me as a teacher, I never did that to kids. I always made sure kids felt valued. And that really speaks to why I do what I do.
How did you get comfortable enough in your skin? Because I know you said you was facing confident, how did you get comfortable enough in your skin to relay that to the children?
I think there's parts of your story you can't be ashamed of. I just told my daughter the other night, everybody goes through something for a reason. It's your testimony. It's something like the things that you go through, you have to talk about it sometimes because it's your testimony. Now, some people share too much. There's no reason I should know that your baby daddy don't get, school supplies or none of that. I don't care about that. But but it's certain things that you go through that you went through it and you got an understanding of it in order to share it.
But was it a particular situation that brought that out of you? Because it's not something that you wake up one day and just say, you know what, I'm confident enough to now give children my story. What was that one situation or that one time? What time frame? How long did it take you to get to that place?
It was honestly a lot of individual conversations that I was having with people about it. And then I had an opportunity to get in front of a group of people and share it. And the first time I shared it, I broke down, right? Yeah. And I was upset with myself because I was like, man, but I didn't know it affected me. And because I've told the story, you could tell a story a bunch of times and you don't, it's like, I'm like, why am I crying now? You know what I mean? But I guess I held on to the anger and the sadness of it, and then I thought about kids that have been through that and say, yeah, I feel like they think I'm stupid. Or I feel like, and so I think all of that emotion, but then once I saw how powerful it was sharing with educators, it just continued. And I'm like, it's a reason that resonates with them because I just want them to know the everlasting impact they have.
What was the response when you broke down and cried in comparison to every other time that you've spoken and you haven't broken down?
I think that was for them a wake up call, like that. I'm 40 years old. It's like that affected me. You know what I mean? And I think it's as a black male, because it was like, obviously it's a lot of white teachers, you know what I mean? But as a black male, like you don't know the impact that you have because sometimes you just do things and then go on about your business and you never know the impact that you've had on somebody.
It's a dot connector, yo. That's what I'm talking about.
You gotta be able to, recognize that.
I'm one of those type of people that choose the words that you're supposed to say. Maybe I could have said it a little better than that, but I choose my words wisely.
Yeah.
Because you never, like you said, never know what you saying to the person, and you never know how they interpret it. Also, you know what I'm saying. So,
so doing this work, and mind you, audience, I'm free balling right now. I can't hear nothing in here.
I'll get you straight in a second. When we get
but y'all can hear me. We good.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So,
and don't say free bowling again, but go ahead.
I mean, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
My bad.
Wow.
That was like,
listen, we chest naked, free balling. I just felt like we just went to get my bad. Right.
Always looking to take a shot at me.
So all I'm saying, so with all that, is that what spawned the idea for Beck Excellence, or is that something totally separate? So
the story, I have to tell like if I don't tell the entire story, it just won't make sense.
Right.
Like,
we got time, brother. We got time.
My mother passed on July 1st, 2013. She passed from complications of lupus. She had a stroke, never recovered. My mentor at the time, he's still my mentor now, Dr. Lorenzo Hughes. I remember him coming to me at my mother's funeral. And he was like, I got you. Of course, you know, I'm thinking to myself, everybody says that.
So, yeah.
You know, it's very, that's what you're supposed to say. That's what you're supposed to say at a funeral. And again, just losing my mother was the hardest thing I've ever
I can't imagine
went through. It's literally destroyed me, right? And I was doing tours with Big Sean, Wale, Meek Mill, you know, Marsha Ambrosius. I was, you know, doing all this, and I didn't get the record deal that I thought I was gonna get. And so I was kind of back to square one, and all of this happened. And so I'm like super down, depressed or whatever, and Dr. Hughes hits me, and he's like, we should go get lunch and see like where you are in life, right? And I'm just like, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? Because I'm just depleted.
Check that. Yeah.
And we sat down, and he's like, have you ever thought about public speaking? And I'm like, no. You know what I mean? I'm like, nah. He's like, you should. I'm like, I didn't get the record deal. I didn't get the. And he said something that sparked something in me. And he was like, how many people made it that far where you're from? And I'm like,
not many.
Damn. He was like, so you did what you said you were going to do. It might not have been the outcome that you thought it was going to be, but you did what you said you were going to do. So he got me like a school tour, and I went to North Dorchester High, Maces Lane Middle, and CSD all in one day, and did like this tour. I performed, I did a speech, I did all that. And I didn't prepare at all because I didn't take it seriously. I'm like, man, this ain't this shit, you know what I mean? Whatever. I'm gonna just do it, right? And I remember not taking it seriously, obviously because of the mind state I was in too, right? It was just like I didn't care about nothing. Like, and this is a entire year later after my mom had passed. And so it was February 14th, and I did that, and just the response that I got from the kids and the things that I was talking about and how they resonated with the story and all of that, it sparked something. And that was like the first time I felt semi-normal after my mom had passed. And I knew at that moment, I remember texting Dr. Hughes like, thank you, because I found it. I know
you
exactly.
Needed something to give you some type of purpose.
I know exactly what it is now.
That's dope,
right?
Yeah.
And so
he was one of my clients as a personal trainer. I trained him.
And let me tell you about Dr. Hughes, man. Like, you know, he's probably one of the most genuine people I ever met, because I literally, like, after he put me on with that and people started calling, wanting me to speak, I'm like, yo, you want a percentage? You want, you know what I mean? He's like, yo, I don't want nothing. I want you to find the next Devon Beck and pay it forward.
That's fire.
Yeah. That's fire.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah.
We got it.
And even till this day, he was one of the first people I called when the whole Beck Excellence thing happened, because I did it for 10 years. I just kept doing speeches, doing this, doing that for 10 years, and it was never legitimately a business. It was just, you know,
just doing it.
Yeah, people would see me on social. Yo, I need you to come speak here.
Come to my school. Come to my school.
And I would do it, but I didn't call it anything. It was just a, you know, like whatever. And I remember I was living in Florida, the end of 2022. I wrote down my goals for 2023. And one of them was to launch Beck Excellence, BE. And BE, like, it stands for Beck Excellence, obviously, but every time somebody sees me, I want them to be reminded to be themselves.
Right. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. And so, last year I'm sitting. I did Dancing with the Stars, and with the superintendent, not the national Dancing with the Stars, the local. And
Dre was hyped.
We won that joint. And in the midst of that process, Derek Daly, another mentor of mine, came up to me, and he was like, yo, what are you doing? That's literally how he said it too. He's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what you mean what I'm doing? Because I had just spoken in Baltimore at a school. And again, the power of taking what you do and sharing it. That's what we were just talking about with the music. But like, I was just, everything I would do, I would put it out. I would just put it on LinkedIn, and he happened to see it on LinkedIn. And he was like, when I'm watching you speak, I'm watching not only what you're saying, but I'm looking at how the audience is locked into what you're saying. He was like, so how much money you need?
Ooh,
and I was like,
that's fucking fire.
I was like, for what? He's like, so when a multimillionaire asks you how much money you need, you should come up with a number.
So up until this point, you wasn't getting any money for your engagement?
I was getting paid, but it wasn't like a.
You wasn't getting paid.
I wasn't doing it the right way.
Oh, okay. It wasn't contracted.
It was like guerrilla. It was
Give
like
me $20. This is just give me
Like,
$20.
Chris, come and film me. Do this real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Give me
Until you got
$20,
your business in line. then you
And
really
so-
start. Yeah.
$40.
So I go. I go home and I tell my wife, I'm like, yo, I got an opportunity to like really legitimize it. And she's always super overprotective of me, of everybody. You know what I mean? Your lady should be. But she's just like, are you sure this is, because you get burnt so many times through, and me, I don't trust, like, it's hard for me to trust people. Like, because I mean, I've had people close to me just move so weird.
We all know how that goes.
So it's like,
we all know how that goes.
Yeah.
so I'm always like, all right, what's the catch? But I go, I do this whole business plan, and I mean, the joint was thorough, like it, and so he brings some other investors to the table, and I give him a number of how much I'm looking for and all of those things, and I mean, the guy flipped through it. I'm like, damn, he going through it kind of fast. He ain't even.
He probably already had his mind made up.
He found the number. He found the number. Closed it. Sat there. Looked at me. Said, done. All right, what else do you need? And I'm like, and I didn't ask for $20. Like I asked. I mean,
Yes, for $40.
Had a couple more zeros on there.
Let me get $40.
Few more zeros
I
on there.
asked-
So
I
you were looking to start high and then try to negotiate to what you really thought you
Nah,
would get.
I just, again, because I didn't have an overhead, I'm thinking like, what,
you don't
what
even
am
know,
I
you don't
even
even know what.
asking?
Yeah,
for? You know what I mean?
You don't know what to ask for.
And so, I think, and sometimes God will move you in a way when you ain't moving yourself. You feel what I'm saying? And you'll run into people and you'll have conversations and because I had said like, yo, I want to learn more about finances. I want to legitimize things. I want to do this. I want to do this. And I wrote it down, but I wasn't, again, it's one of those things, you're saying what you want to do, but you're not putting it in action.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, I kept thinking like, all right, yo, I'm gonna pull the trigger on this. Like, I'm gonna stop being like scared of what? Like scared of what? All you can do is learn,
Yeah.
And so from that meeting, they ended up paying my truck off, paying off some other debt, like wipe me debt clean. And
You're here
the rest is history, man. Then I just I did my first lecture hall, did my first, like, all of these things, and now I'm trying to get, I don't want to announce it just yet, but like if I get locked in with
Speak it
this,
into existence.
when
man.
I get locked
Speak it
into this
existence.
district, man, it's like, and that all comes from having conversations, being uncomfortable, taking a leap of faith, and all of those things. Like, and sometimes the only person that's holding you up is really you.
True.
You the
Most
only
times,
person.
100% of the time, that's who
And
holding you
and
up.
That's why he's a keynote fucking speaker.
got me.
we just captivated. Just
got me motivated.
Just
Sitting right
listen
here.
there.
I ain't looked nowhere else since he came in this bitch. I've been like,
man.
I got some clothes I've been needing to fold for the last 2 weeks.
Now you gonna get that shit done.
I'm gonna fold them shit now.
You know what? You make a joke about it, but it's actually that simple.
Yeah.
Because it's simple. It's simple things that we don't do that we overlook.
That's true.
That are small wins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we overlook small wins all the time. And I'm like, yo, did you get out of bed today? That's a win.
yeah.
Did you make it through the day? That's a win.
Takes
You
you
know
for
what I mean?
granted too much.
And we just, until we get in a situation where it's like dire need and all that, that's when people start appreciating things. And it's got to be about gratitude every single day. And that's really how I'm getting through. Because do I feel good all the time? Absolutely not. But I show gratitude and try to lift other people every single day. And if I do that, it helps me.
That's what's up.
You feel what I'm saying?
Man, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's
beautiful. I don't even know if you did round of applause. I can't hear it, but
I've been applauding it all day. Okay, I've been applauding all day. Yeah.
So
go ahead, bro.
I want to say these two things, a couple of things. He sent me, your Instagram and
okay.
Start checking you out or whatever. So one of the things that I saw, well, before I get to that, I want to say that you said that you don't trust people like that. You know what I mean? I completely understand. But you have a friend out here that held you down and you didn't even know it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I went like this. I was like, yo, where this about to go?
He literally made me interested. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, go check him out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, man. Chilling. I don't feel like that. Let me check. Oh, shit. You know what I mean?
Well, I will say this. I would like,
he really your friend, yeah?
No. I tell him we had like I went through a couple of things this year, and I won't divulge, everything, but
right.
For Shane, I had a heart-to-heart conversation with him. Everybody knows he's like the tough exterior dude, you can't, you know what I mean? But I had to
watch your mouth. Watch your fucking mouth. Watch your fucking mouth in here.
Like this and shit.
But Shane, what I can say about S is I trust him fully. Like I trust him with my life. Like literally with my life. I would be performing somewhere. I would let him know where I'm at. I'm in Baltimore. I'm at the auto bar. Didn't even tell this cat to come. I look up, he in the rap, like he ain't even sitting where everybody else at. He up in the Raptors making sure I'm good. And I did a speech. I did the Talbot Boy statue speech. I didn't know he was coming. I'm doing a speech and it's a heavy speech. I look up, that's in the back. Nah, I'm just making sure you good. You feel what I'm saying?
Just in case they jump on you.
It was a real time.
I know, yeah. I remember.
Somebody got to go to police.
I remember, yeah.
But again, like, but I don't have any older brothers. You feel what I'm saying? But he's like Shane is family.
Yeah,
like he's family. Yeah. And so when I say I don't trust, it's not like it's more like when people do certain things, I'm not surprised or as hurt as I used to be. You feel what I'm saying? It's more of the, all right, bet you want some weird shit? Got you. You know what I mean? But with Shane, I could tell Shane anything. It ain't ever gonna come up. I could, you know what I mean? I can complain about certain things. We talk about fatherhood. We talk about relationships. We talk about all of these things. But like I said, if you trust somebody with your life or you can trust them to leave them around your wife, that's different.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And everybody, I've been, if you knew how many close friends I've had that have been on some bullshit, you would see why I be looking at everybody.
I know wholeheartedly how that shit go. I know wholeheartedly how that shit go.
I said that though to say that it's not many of us out here that have people that hold us down when we're not around.
That's true.
Yeah, it's all about how people speak about you when you're not in a room, man. And I do, and
he spoke very highly of you. I just wanted to say that. You know,
it's my brother, man.
Yo, and I have too, even without us really having a real relationship. But even after the NAACP event, so my whole family came out.
Yeah.
To watch me talk for 7 minutes. And to watch you get up there and make them forget about everything I said. And we all went to eat afterwards. And as my family was sitting there and they were like telling me, oh my gosh, you were so good. They've seen me speak before. Right. I've done motivational speaking. They've seen me do it.
Right.
And the only thing I could talk about was you.
Oh man, that's dope, man. That's dope.
I just kept talking about you, what's up?
Receive these flowers, my brother.
Nice way to glaze, as the young people say now.
There we go.
Can we say that?
Glaze.
Is that in the man's vocabulary? Let's talk about that. It's glaze in the man's vocabulary. If you're not talking about ham, I don't think you can say it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right, look. So with Beck Excellence, you mentioned that you incorporate hip hop into it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I want to segue into a little bit of hip hop. So, so what was your intro to hip hop? Who's responsible for turning your ear on the hip hop and influences or whatever?
Absolutely. I always say, I don't know if a lot of people know, me and Donnie are first cousins, right?
Okay.
Yo, look,
shout out to Donnie.
So
we didn't know that.
Donnie, Joe, you know what I mean? I grew up with them cats, you know what I mean? And my dad and Joe and Donnie's dad are brothers.
Gotcha.
And so when I was younger, we used to go up to Easton, you know what I mean? It was always, I mean, we live in Debt, but we would go to Easton. When you're young, you don't know. You don't know 20 minutes is
Right.
just, you know what I mean? You think you're going to a whole nother
shit. They got a Denny's?
We in the country. Yeah, my dad took me all the way out to the country.
me and Joe are closer in age. So Donnie will be off hooping, doing whatever.
He was nice too.
And we would go sneak in Donnie's room. Now, Donnie's room, when we was young, I mean, it looked like whatever the hip hop room is, and he had turntables and all that. So we was just in there touching shit. And they used to be like, yo, stop. Touch, like he gonna beat y'all up if he come in here and catch y'all. Me and Joe in there going through the records, like touching, you know what I mean?
DITC.
Looking at the posters.
He was digging in the crate.
But I just remember seeing that. And so Donio used to have tapes. He used to do Donio's mixtapes, Flavor Number 5.
Yep.
So he gave me that tape. I was a huge Michael Jackson fan. Love Michael Jackson. He gave me this tape, and I popped this tape in, and I heard it was Redman, Tonight's the Night.
That's my shit.
So Redman, Tonight's the Night, like that was the first one that like sparked something. And then Big Daddy Kane's Smooth Operator. That was the first rap song I learned like verbatim, word for word. And so I performed that at a wedding or something, and they gave me a Young MC vinyl. I'm like, yo, I'm doing Big Daddy Kane. I do not want to hear Busta Move.
Wedding?
Yeah.
That song. Yeah.
I don't know.
You can play Busta Move.
I was at a wedding. I was at a wedding,
like
and
that
I guess I just. But I was doing. I would
Shit
do
was a
like
banger back
I would do like talent shows and stuff, and you know, like I got a picture of like my first talent show and all that. Like I had the Kango on with the high socks and all that. Like I used to just do it, but I guess it wasn't cognizant yet. But then, like I said, once I heard Tonight's the Night, heard the sample, I just kind of fell in love with everything about, because I literally, you know how you say, I let my tape rock to my tape pop. I literally, the joint pop. Like I'm playing the joint, rewinding it, playing it, and
I'd have fixed it for you.
yeah, I ain't know how to do
Put
none
some
of
clear
that.
tape on that motherfucker with some glue.
I tell you, bro.
But
some glue.
but
Oh, yeah,
again,
we
man,
bring it
you
to
like-
Dre. I'd put you in there.
But that
You
was
won't even hear
my
the skip.
my whole introduction to that. And then from there, I used to ride to school with Derek Fisher, and he would always be playing Jay. He would always be playing like early Jay. And I remember being like, yo, I told my mom she was going to Sight and Sounds.
Good. Sight and sound.
She was I think she was going to see Aunt Wanda. I was like, can you bring me it's this record called Reasonable Doubt. Can you bring that?
Sights and Sounds been out that long?
Yeah, Sight and Sound was right back then.
It was tunes.
And so she bought Reasonable Doubt. I sat in front of my it was big, it was Ready to Die and Reasonable Doubt. Those were the two albums that I remember playing them, and I just sat in front of my boombox. I did not move. I just didn't move. It was so I could see it. You know what I mean? Like they're rapping and I could see what they was talking about. And I thought it was like a spark or something. And then from there I started trying to write my own.
What's your first one? Remember what got you into it? Like what you first heard?
What I first heard,
You gotta go back to when rap first started.
You the
With him.
nigga.
Yeah, you gotta go back to when rap first started. He
With
seen
Sugar
niggas.
Hill Gang?
Yeah, he seen
Yeah, he the
niggas
nigga.
on
Sugar Hill Gang,
Matter of fact,
rapping
yeah,
dude.
he remember when hip hop
He
first
remember when it
started.
first
Rapping
started. He
dude.
was
I
there.
remember
yeah.
before
He was
him.
there.
How old is you?
50.
He is.
Yeah,
He 50.
yeah, he's the pop up of the pod.
Yeah.
Dog, black don't
Nah, not at all.
Yo, he really drinking juice then. That ain't alcohol. If he 50, forget he found a
That's all
fountain
it
of
is
youth.
juice.
When he said 50, I was like, you lying.
Come from all that turtle wax he used to rub on his back when he was doing breakdancing and shit.
I think that might
That's
be that
what's
shit.
up, man.
You remember your first that got you in the?
It was the Sugar Hill Gang and
The Rapper's Delight.
Oh, the Rapper's Delight.
That's
The
dope.
Rapper's Delight shit.
Yeah.
I remember when my dad first played that record. He had I remember what the record looked like. It had the curly. Remember it had the colorful with the swirls on it and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Blue record had the swirls on there with the colorful snake thing or whatever. And I remember
What's your
that
first tape that got you hooked?
shit. On hip hop?
Mm-hmm.
The first NWA joint was that Straight Outta Compton. Straight Outta Compton. It was like, you know, because in DC we didn't listen to a lot of East Coast stuff. We was more like
Y'all listen to
We
like
listened to-
Scarface and stuff.
I was
like
on a go-go. It was go-go shit. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
go-go shit.
That's
you know what I
fire
mean?
too, though, bro.
It was go-go shit,
A lot
and
of
then
Go-Go, Scarface,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Tupac.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
even before
Listen to DC.
Scarface, I remember when Lottie Dottie came out. I was on Lottie Dottie heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lottie Dottie. What was the
Oh, that's before NWA.
Yeah,
though, bro.
yeah, that was before NWA, but that was my first introduction, like hearing rap. I would hear it on the radio and shit like that. But
I mean,
didn't
but what really like drew you in?
NWA,
Like,
NWA,
all right,
yeah, it was
okay.
NWA. Straight Outta Compton really
All right.
got me.
What about
right,
you?
got me in.
I was on the West Coast, so I think it was MC8.
MC8.
MC8
Yeah,
is cold.
yeah.
Yeah.
Coming straight up.
Straight out. What is
Straight
it?
up,
Straight up.
menace.
Straight up.
Straight up
Menace.
menace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was on the West
Compton's Most
Coast,
Wanted.
but Mobb Deep and Onyx brought me to the East Coast.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was that whole when the Hit Squad, Redman and all them really jumped. That's what really brought me to the
Yeah, I
East
was
Coast.
all that.
That's what really brought me to the East Coast. You know what I mean? But I was just strictly on West
I was
Coast
always
shit, and I was still on the go-go real heavy. So you know, it took me a while before I really caught up to hip hop.
You
like
know
that.
what's wild? I didn't get into go-go. Growing up in DC, I never liked go-go.
I
But
still don't like
I
that
didn't get into it until I became an adult.
Watch your mouth, now.
Yeah,
I
went
can't
to-
do it, bro.
Listen,
I love it.
Watch
That
your
shit
mouth.
give me a headache,
Dog,
bro.
if you
Fucking pots and pans.
nah, if you went to
No,
HBCU though,
I've been I'm a well-traveled man.
listen,
I've been in the go-go. I've been in situations where like, okay, here is where it's cool. I don't want to hear that shit when I'm driving.
Nah.
I don't want to hear that shit nowhere else. Bro.
I used to like Thug Passion and they play that joint in Tall's gym. Man, you find
And
I
you
love
play
my
sardines
wife.
and pork and beans.
But
Yeah, preface it with I love my wife.
That song will get you beat up.
what?
That song
That's
get
my
you beat
favorite
up.
go-go
Sardines
song.
and pork and beans. that'll get
Sardines
you
and
beat
pork
up.
and beans.
Oh,
Said that
man.
get you beat up.
That
Yeah,
gets you
that'll
beat up.
Really? Yeah, that'll get you beat up.
Nah, rough
Back
it
in the
off.
day,
Rough it
No,
off
see,
to
but-
get you beat up.
back in the day,
Is it a message in the song? Or
No,
something?
no, no, no. Back in the day, it was a lot. Back in the day, go-go was like a neighborhood thing too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, I remember the times like before it became mainstream when RE came out with Lock It and all that kind of shit.
Lock It.
It was just more like you said. It was more beating on buckets and pails and shit like that. The 1st go-go bands before they can afford to get drums and shit like that, you know, they was beating on buckets and pails and shit like that. I
Yeah.
remember that shit out on the road. Out on
Exactly.
The
They
street.
be outside.
Yeah, right
Just
outside.
He be
Yeah.
walking around and he's out
Yeah.
there beating on the
Yeah.
buckets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
That's dope.
Yeah, my first jump. Well, what really locked me in was Wu-Tang. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers. I was a Wu head.
Yeah.
And I remember I'm in the back seat. I remember this vividly. My mom came to pick me up from my dad's house. Her and, I don't know, one of her friends or somebody. It might have been Fran. But I'm in the back seat. Look. I'm in the back seat and I'm rocking. I'm going crazy in the back seat. Listening to this shit. My mom like, what you listening to? Give me a Walkman. Let me hear what you listening
man,
to.
Walkman.
I'm like,
For kids that don't know, a Walkman was a device.
Yeah, please preface it.
that you had to use. You had to put your tape in. It was the first MP3 player on iPhone or whatever. Not
And I had to walk, man, with the phone missing, so that shit was hurting my ears.
Oh man, scratching the shit out your ears.
Plastic, plastic.
Yeah.
Yo, how did we lose those?
I don't
They
know.
just come.
they just come off.
Well, I
Like
slept
these
with my
do
shit
sometimes.
on. I slept with my shit on.
They come off like these do sometimes. Ain't nothing changed too much with those.
So look, so I'm rocking my mom. Let me see that. So I'm listening to. I can't even remember what song, but I remember the bar, and I knew where I was at, and it was next time come strapped with a fucking pamper.
Oh my
And she
God.
heard that, bro. She
It was
threw
over
that.
after
She
that.
threw that
Jesus.
shit out the window.
She flung your shit?
She flung the whole shit, bro.
Oh,
I'd have
man.
been hot. Yeah.
I mean, it was nothing I could say.
Throw your shitty
drawers in the hamper. Next time come strapped. I was like, she's like, what? Yeah, she threw that shit out the frisbee. That
You know
shit.
what the first rap song I actually memorized was? Cinderfella Dana Dane.
No word.
That was the first joint I ever memorized. You remember that joint?
beat,
And you started going to school rapping it like it was your shit?
Actually, no, I started.
That's what you do.
Never.
That's what you do, nigga.
I ain't never bite another nigga
You
around.
in the schoolyard.
I ain't never bite another
You
nigga
outside
around.
rapping Dials
I heard
Effects,
some shit.
nigga.
I heard some shit on McDaniel.
Oh, you hear me pay homage. That what you
I
heard.
heard some shit on McDaniel that you didn't repeat.
Stickety bump, stickety bump.
Hey, I'm not a biter. I'm a writer for myself and others. Relax. Relax.
And I used to tongue twist when I first started
Oh,
rapping.
whoa, what?
I used to tongue twist when I first started rapping.
Yo, what you
That's not
say?
a pause, John.
That is a
No, that's
super
an AO
pause.
That's
though.
not a pause.
It's definitely an AO.
I used to tongue twist.
It's definitely
Come
Nah,
on,
that
man.
came out of
As far
nowhere.
as rapping, I used to tongue twist. That's
Yo,
not a
relax,
that,
bro.
that was a,
Relax.
That
You
was a
already
style of
it
chest
twice.
naked out here.
That
said
was a
it
style
twice.
of rapping.
All right, bro.
Sexy shoulders.
Tongue
out
twisting
here.
was a style of
Let
rapping.
me get us out of here. Hold on.
Anyway.
Let me see if I can get
Oh
him out
no,
of
I would like
No,
to
but-
hear you rap like that though.
But what I wanted
Tongue
to,
twisting. I don't think I can remember any of them anymore.
That's too
I don't think I can remember any of them.
That's
anymore.
good.
That's
Good,
too
Dre.
bad.
what I
It
wanted to
wasn't
say
no bum
was
stickity bum type shit. Though, I can tell you what, it was real tongue twisting.
what made you use that as a curriculum or whatever for when you go to these schools and you be having the little
Oh
kids
yeah. Teaching them
kids
hip hop.
about hip
Teaching
hop.
them hip hop. That's
So
dope.
shout out to Brittany Taylor that works at Chop Tank Elementary. I usually do a Black History assembly every year,
Right.
and she was like, "Have you ever thought about doing like hip hop, like a history of hip hop?" And I'm like, "Man, that would be kind of dope." You know what I mean? And it's not far fetched because I'm a rapper. You know what I mean? And so it wasn't like I was encroaching on like something. And
I don't know about no damn hip hop. Shit.
yeah, and so
Listen, R&B, nigga.
and so I went ahead and I accepted the challenge. You know what I mean? And I didn't know how it was gonna go over. I didn't know how it was gonna work. And again, I remember looking for DJs and I hit Shane like, "Yo," he's like, "Yo, hit DJ Unique." You know what I mean? And it ended up being,
Shout out to Unique. That's my guy. Yeah,
it
that's my
ended
guy.
up being a beautiful thing because he just
And he
I
would
didn't
be
have
the
to
one, 'cause
tell
he a
him
hip-hop head
anything.
for
You know
real.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like him, Ill Kid, shout out Ill Kid. Shout out DJ P Will. He came through for one. You know what I mean? And so it's just been one of those things. And then I've had other DJs being like, "Yo, if you need somebody, you know what I mean, like just let me know." And so it's one of those things where you get to introduce kids to hip hop that they wouldn't hear, you know what I mean, and things that have been remixed and things that, you know, and it's an interactive way. I always tell all the schools, I'm like, "Yo, don't withhold this from kids if they done got in trouble and all that. Let them be in there." Like it was this one little kid. All the teachers were crying, and I'm like, "Why are they crying?" They like, "Yo, he don't ever move. He don't do none of that."
Oh, wow.
He kept just coming up and like touching me. He kept coming, and they was trying to make him sit down. I'm like, "Nah, man, let him go.
Let him go.
He
yeah.
good."
Was he nonverbal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was nonverbal.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so he was dancing. He was enjoying himself,
That's
and they
fire.
were like in tears because I
That's
guess
dope, yeah.
you know, and it was like,
I love shit like that.
but again, like
Yeah, me too.
that is the impact of what you can have
Right.
and what you do, and you know, I don't take it for granted, man, because again, I thought I was gonna be Jay, right? I thought I was gonna have, you know, all these sold out
Mansions and shit.
stadiums and all that, but it's like sometimes your vision don't happen the exact way you think it's supposed to happen,
Right.
but you still get to see it anyway.
That's dope,
No,
bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Quick question and staying with that, like, how do you teach the kids about the history of hip hop without getting into the negative parts of it or the negative aspects?
It's
of it?
literally like I had to, it hurt me, but I had to take Diddy out. You know what I mean? I couldn't put Diddy in. Like when I talk about Biggie, obviously Diddy is a part of that.
Yeah.
But I just kind of skim over it. You know what I mean?
Like, do you talk about gangster rap at all, or like?
yeah, I have some of it in it. Like I show it and I play some of it, but it's like in a way where it's not because you're still in the school.
Still in school,
And you don't
Yeah,
want to
exactly.
you don't want to
Yeah,
offend. And even in that, some people are like, oh, I'm like, yo,
You play
stop
self-destruction?
acting like, nah, I don't play self-destruction.
Oh, you got to play self-destruction.
Shit, Unique probably would make you play self-destruct.
One time,
That might be in one of his
Nah.
DJ sets at the club.
one time,
Well, today.
Unique played something that wasn't on the playlist, and I had to hit him with the.
Yeah.
Like it was like one of the Pac songs, and I was like, bro, Not that one.
See,
But
that wasn't like get around, was it?
nah.
A little liquor. Yeah. But they teaching Pac in schools. Like they teaching Pac in schools is like a poetry lesson and all that kind of stuff. So you can't.
Yeah.
But again, it's a fun way. Like that day for kids is probably one of the best days they can have because they really
losing
enjoy it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and they get to scream. They get to I make them do crowd participation. I let them rap. I let them do some b-boying. All of that.
The I know I can was fucking genius, yo.
Yeah, Nas.
Oh, that's genius, yo. And they had him saying it, you know what I mean? Like, oh man.
But you know the spin, like you asked.
Hold on for a second. Hold on. I gotta pause for a second. Hold on.
All right, press record.
My bad, gentlemen.
No,
That was kinda
fuck that.
important.
Press record.
I never stopped recording.
No, good. Now
never stopped
put your
recording.
headphones on. Let's get it. Because
Where was we
now this is where we
Where
this is where
was
we
we
at.
at?
This is where
Where
we
was we
are.
at?
Now this
was we
that's
at?
the I'm so glad that happened. That was the greatest example ever of how you can be extremely difficult and wrong as hell. So let's do it.
What was I
Let's
wrong
do it
in?
real
What-
quick.
what-
Let
what was I wrong
us
in?
let us fight
What
this out.
happened?
All
What happened?
right. So
What happened?
what you said
What
was,
happened?
hey guys, I'm on the phone, y'all. And then you got agitated and upset. You got your fucking headphones on. First of all, talking about you can't hear. That's one. Number two, take your ass outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Walk
Number
outside.
three,
If we all here.
don't answer the phone.
I didn't feel like I needed to.
You wanted
I
us
didn't
to
feel like I
be
needed
quiet
to.
like we in a library while you want to call,
I
right?
didn't feel like I needed
yes
to.
or no? That's what you wanted us to do?
Yeah, pretty much. Shut the fuck
Nigga,
up.
we grown as take
Shut the
your
fuck
ass
up.
outside.
How about the alternative? How
What's the
about you
alternative?
respect
Respect
when somebody's on the phone?
No. How about you understand that you can only control what you can control?
All
and
right,
you can't
listen,
control what you
listen,
can't
listen,
control.
listen.
And since you can't
Listen,
control us, you can only
you in the
control
living room. You in the
should've
living room.
stood up and
We're not in the
walked
living room.
Hold
No.
up.
Keep
You
the
in the
scenario
living
right
room.
here.
Your mom
Keep it
pick up
right
the phone.
Nah, keep it
I
right here.
guarantee you would shut the fuck up.
That's
if your
my mom.
picked
You
up the
ain't
phone.
my dad. Yeah, nigga. Take your ass outside.
Oh, whatever.
And you got him on speaker
Whatever,
like
yo.
you
You seen my
62 years
cleavage.
old, nigga.
You seen my
The
cleavage.
fuck, man?
You see my cleavage.
Yeah, keep
you
all
said
this
I had
in.
titties. You see
All
my
right.
cleavage.
This nigga said cleavage. That nigga got mad with Rail. You see his face?
Dictionary.
You nigga got mad with Rail. Like, come
Anyway,
on, man.
none of this- none of this
Jesus
ain't gonna be in
Christ.
there.
No,
All this
leave
is
all
cut.
that in.
All
Leave
this
it
cut out.
all
It's
in.
cut. It's cut.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I ain't no more
I know.
I made no more. Anyway, where were we before y'all were brutally interrupted?
Yeah. While Frank and whatever the fuck you talking about.
Yeah, damn Frank.
Shit.
Frank cuts that check. So
Man, whatever. He
Frank
can
cuts
go
that
suck
check.
a Frank.
Look how
He ain't cutting no check at 722.
for Frank. Look how he talking to his
Frank
brothers
cuts
for
that
Frank.
track,
See?
yo.
Right.
Hey, you gotta watch them niggas,
I
man.
mean,
You gotta watch these niggas, man.
y'all give me 65 grand a year, we be good. You know what I mean?
Shit,
We all right.
motherfucking
You know,
Frank.
y'all give me
We trying to make a
65
lot
grand
more
year.
than that.
Huh?
We trying to make a lot more than that.
Well, y'all need to get a little more controversial. Shane need to talk about his single life and sheets and all that kind of shit and what's going on.
That ain't got nothing to do
It's
with
got
nothing.
to take us out of here, yo. You
Here
got the
we
stories
go.
that take us out of here.
I
Anyway,
am.
back to our guest, man. Cause
I just wanted to do that.
Y'all deviated.
I had to.
Y'all
That.
deviated.
That was too perfect.
I'm glad you got
That
at
was
him,
too
man.
perfect. All right.
He looks for every opportunity.
So we
to
was
get
talking
at me, yo.
about
It's crazy.
unique.
It's crazy.
So let me argue with you. All right. So you spoke about unique, and I know he's going to be on my side with what I'm about to say. Now, well, first I want to make sure that we can speak about it because I don't want the brothers to come after me.
I don't know. They might
He
be
gonna have
on
the
you.
whole. He gonna have the whole tribe out.
Now, when you did your tenure at UMES, you were a part of something.
Yes.
Would you care to say what that is, and then then give me the microphone back so I can
got
go?
you.
Okay,
I was a
thank you.
5%.
Fall 2003, I pledged Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. in which
Alpha
I-
Phi Alpha Incorporated.
Yes.
2003 fall is when you crossed.
Fall. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is that for the listeners that don't know what that is?
Just a fraternity that was founded
Fraternity.
on Cornell University by
okay,
7 strong
okay.
black
You and
males with a
Dr.
vision.
Hughes. He's
Yes,
Alpha
Dr.
too.
Hughes.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay.
It's a prestige. It's very prestigious, man.
Very prestigious. Okay.
Look how
Now,
you say it's so settled.
I got him. Good word. So it's a prestigious thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
Okay. And UMES is a HBCU, correct?
Yes.
It's for black people.
Let's get it all out there.
There's a few whites that go there.
It's created.
Everyone is
Three.
invited.
Three.
but-
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
The
Okay.
B
It's not
stands for black.
exclusive.
There it is.
The
All
B
right.
stands for
Okay.
black.
Okay. Okay. So there's a bunch of educated young black men, right? And they're pledging to What is it? Alpha. So one more time.
Alpha Phi Alpha.
Alpha Phi Alpha. Okay. Now some may say, not me. Of course, not me. Some may say, why would an HBCU full of young black kings pledge to a white Greek fraternity? That's what the people say.
No, but it's not. It's
okay,
not.
well, inform me, please.
Fraternities were initially created to help young black men study together, right? Because they would be on an all-white campus and people would bother them.
So fraternities were started by black people, period.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a fact? We might have to research.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I've seen some of them old white. I've seen some of them old
So
white
you're
movies.
saying your fraternity was
specific.
let's speak loud. Let's speak clear.
My specific.
Let's speak clear.
I want to make sure that we
those
good,
men that were on the campus of Cornell University, they wanted to study together, and Cornell is an Ivy League university, so they had to get together in order to study.
Okay.
And so that was a hedge of protection for them and all of that. You know what I mean? Like you got to make sure. And it's like your brother's keeper, like holding your brother accountable, because my fraternity is known for academic excellence. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so, you know, you have some fraternities,
you got to watch them, because when these guys, listen, when these guys speak, they always sending shots at these other fraternities. You got to watch these guys.
That was a subtle shot.
Hold on. What you say? Your fraternity is what?
We're known for academic excellence.
Okay.
But you know what I mean?
As opposed to
Partying.
that's the cues. That's the cues. Okay, I got you. All right, cool.
I don't know.
This guy, man.
And so, you know, you just gotta,
Excellence.
and so for
The
us,
pinky out.
and so for us, it was more of and again, I always encourage anybody that wants to be in a fraternity, like, do your research. You know what I mean? Like, do your research about what you're getting into, and don't just do it because you want to per se party or you want to per se step or all those things. Because
Or you like getting hazed.
I don't know. Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is a non-pledging and/or hazing organization.
Yo, they all say that. Listen, that's the one thing that they all have in common. They all say
that fast talking right at the end of a prescription commercial.
Oh yeah, the clause at the end. Okay, all right.
You're quick with it though, boy.
Yeah, but again, I think it's one out of everything, out of a lot of the accomplishments that I've made in my life. Like it's one of the things that I wouldn't change it for nothing. Like my LBs that I met, like Nate, Keith, Efron, Craig, Jay, like those brothers. When I tell you, it don't matter where I'm at in the world, right? If I call and I'm like, yo, I ain't got to worry about nothing. You feel what I'm saying? And that's a bond that you're not just gonna get just anywhere. You feel what I'm saying? And so, you know, everything has a little bit of bullshit attached to it.
Yeah.
But without going through whatever I went through, I wouldn't have met those guys.
Okay.
I talk to them dudes every day. Life, death, all those things, they've been right there. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, it's again, I'm not as involved as I once was. You know, I'm 20 some years old now, so you ain't gonna catch me out party walking and doing all the, you know, whatever.
Wait,
but
did you just say you was 20 something years old?
I think he meant to say remove.
Alpha.
Oh, okay.
In Alpha. So,
I was going to say, bro, I was going to say,
2003 to 2025. So I just celebrated.
Right, I'll let you. I'm gonna allow this. No, I'm gonna take one more step. I'm gonna take one more step.
Go ahead.
All right. So, if you can remember your history here, what was the reason to choose Greek things? Or why couldn't they create their own thing?
Because if you think about it, historically, anything that is chosen where white folks is gonna come and investigate and go do what's, you know what I mean?
So
it's kind of a misdirection in a way.
All right, cool. That's enough. We're gonna leave it right there.
Hey man, listen, I'm media trained, man. Shout out to all my alphas out there.
Media trained.
Hey, 506, man. That's what we do.
All right, cool.
Yo, so
I feel like he had to explain the fraternity at some point in time to get out.
I just got to ask, man.
Yo, how do you feel about the IOTAs? And before you answer my son this morning.
I mean, they cool.
He trying to start frat beef in here. Yeah. He's trying to start frat beef in here.
This is what I will say.
My son and my best friend are both.
But this is what I will say. The running joke that we have in the Divine Nine about the Iotas is that their founders are still living. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And so our founders in 1906, like they ain't
came
nowhere
much later.
Yeah, and so it's like it's almost like they just late to the party.
Oh, okay.
It's always
That's not fair, but that doesn't take away the greatness. I mean, we were founded in '96 and we got 2 Super Bowls. I mean, come on,
God.
right? Who?
That Marcus
The
Boone team.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, you edited
I marked that. Yeah, I'm marking that.
Oh, you marked
Yeah,
but there's, within the Divine Nine, we all give each other a hard time, but there's a mutual respect.
Right. Yeah,
like a black man trying to do something, a black woman trying to do something. There's always mutual respect, but we always give each other jabs. It's always like a friendly
All
vibe.
right, so I got a question.
But not a rivalry with the Iotas. We don't.
Nah, that's dismissive.
Nah, we just don't.
You see that? Not that. We don't really.
They're not worthy of our.
Your rivalries with the
They're
Qs.
not worthy of our.
Is a lot of the Q, like we've had 8 dog fights, man, and I mean some fun times, man.
They fucked the party up. I don't like that shit.
Who, the Qs?
Yeah, man.
the Qs. Yeah.
Nah, but it's all. But I'm telling you, bro, Qs. One thing I can say about Qs is they'll be out anywhere. They don't care. I remember we used to sit in the cafeteria. I'm like, yo, Squirrel, sit down, bro. Like it's hamburger day. Like, why are you in here hopping around? Like, but again, they love their fraternity.
Shout out to them though.
That much that they can be. And again,
wild.
I don't think you should have anything or wear anything that you're ashamed of.
No,
and that's
facts.
what I always
That's facts.
always admire about any fraternity. Like if you got them letters, you wear them, man. Like, and if you went through it and you did it, man, wear that shit proudly.
Yeah.
Yo, which sorority has the prettiest girls?
He loves his wife.
First of all,
I'll say it. AKAs.
I love my wife,
I'll
man.
say it. AKAs.
When back when I was doing what I was doing, the AKAs showed a lot of love.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's our main word up here.
I'm talking about you.
Like I mean, I didn't even have a beard yet.
In my
There you go.
20s.
But AKA
In my
showed a lot of
20s.
love. Always loved the Deltas.
Yes.
Always have a fun. Had some good times with the SG Rose.
Are you gonna give love to all of them?
No.
That's what he did back then.
I like that. That was good. That was a good one. I give you props when you deserve. That was good.
That's a shot. That's a hate.
That was good.
That's a hate.
Had some good times, man. But AKAs, I've always we locked up with some AKAs from Jersey. And man, I'm like, yo, did y'all have a photo ID? Like with it, because like when you in the failed clutch, man, you don't look good at all.
We don't know what none of these terms mean.
And you
but-
won't.
He can't expound.
Exactly.
But I can say like our sisters that we locked up with in Jersey, they was I love my wife.
That's the title of the podcast. I love my wife.
We might be able to fit that in there.
Yo, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
That was wild.
I marked that too. 117.37.
I good.
Yo, I'm about to switch gears for a second.
Yeah, I was about to.
Yeah. What are your fears? What are you scared of?
Fears, man. I don't ever want to be a sucker.
I can eat something for that one.
Yeah, this nigga trying to give these hard ass answers.
That's a good answer.
Pissing me off, bro.
Because I don't want to get away from that. Like, what do you categorize as a sucker?
Right. Yeah.
Somebody don't take care of their kids. Somebody ain't a man of their word. Somebody who I think if you got to be a snake or slithery in order to get ahead,
Like
or you
step
got
on somebody else.
or you got to gatekeep. Somebody who's withholding information, somebody who's not confident in their own ability.
And I asked that, and I'm gonna let you go. I asked that because I often hear the word being real get tossed around a lot. Like everybody, man, I'm real. I'm a real nigga. I'm a real man. Like that's why I asked, what's the definition? What's the difference between being a sucker and being real? Like, what makes you a real person? What makes you real?
I can honestly say I had to do a lot of growing up. I had to do a lot of growing up and taking accountability for some of the shit I was doing. A lot of times you could lie to everybody, but you can't lie to a mirror. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, want to present themselves as one way, but that's not who they are at their core. And I always say, you are who you are when ain't nobody watching you.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people, and I always challenge people. I'm like, yo, it's easy to put the blame on everybody else about where you are. Like, I ain't get here because of that person. Nah, that's bullshit. Like, you gotta figure out what you did, how you gonna get through it, and whether you gonna keep dealing with the same shit you dealing with. You feel what I'm saying?
Accountability, bro.
And a lot of people, and one of the things Shane told me years ago, and I really, and this is why he for real my brother, like he'll tell me something and I apply it to life. He would be one of the people I would vent to, and I don't vent to obviously y'all know, like I don't, but he would say, when you're going through something, you got to sit in it. You got to sit in that and not make a decision while you upset, make a decision while you mad. Sit in that and figure out what you're going to do. Don't give yourself too much of a pity party. Go. You got to go. And
is that taking the emotions out of it?
Not even so much taking the emotion out of it, because sometimes you're going to feel what you feel, but you also can't give yourself that woe is me. Because that woe is me woe is me for a week can turn into a woe is me for a month, a woe is me for a year, woe is me for 5 years, and now you still talking about the same situation. You ain't did nothing to change it. And that's how people get stuck. And none of us are stuck. If we were stuck, we would have roots on our feet. Like we not. So sometimes you just gotta move around. Sometimes them people ain't for you. And I think my level of discernment has just it's off the charts right now. Like I see you.
Okay.
And once I see you, I can't unsee it. And I don't care how long I've been around you, you'll get the fuck away from me if it ain't, if it ain't right. So anybody you see around me, they solid.
No, that's what.
If you no longer see them around me, they're not solid.
Okay.
So Shane is solid then.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Shane is. I'm telling you,
Cool.
I'll go to war with Shane.
I'm cool.
Even though he's the Army vet, I will.
They don't show no respect to me. They don't show no respect.
But for real,
That's not true.
But again, like Shane, and I'm not just saying this because I would say this if he wasn't in the room. You feel what I'm saying? Just an insurmountable amount of respect for just who he is and how he shows up, not for just his son, but other people. You feel what I'm saying? He's Shane's a go-to person. You know what I mean? But I often make sure I call and check on him because I know how strong he is.
Right.
But
you got to check
who's checking on the strong person. And I think
that's Superman.
Yeah.
Well, let me do this. Man, let me do this because you've done it enough.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
On this show.
Relax. Let me do this.
A lot of glazing. Hot dogs.
I do. Calm down.
Bring them back down. Okay.
Yeah. I do have difficult times, just with life in general, because I wear a lot of hats when it comes to taking care of a lot of people's issues, especially family. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to say that I appreciate you as well. Yeah. Just as late as last week, I had a really wave day. I call it a wave day. Like everything just came in a big wave. You know what I mean?
Sometimes that shit the other day.
It's overwhelming.
It's crazy.
It kind of knocks you off your square a little bit. And I'm the type, like, I know everyone's got shit going on. Everybody's got their own shit. So I don't like bothering people with nothing. So I'm sitting there like, man, I don't want to call them. I'm just going to sit here. And if I was in front of Planet Fitness, I'm just going to sit here, get myself together. I'm going to go in here and work out, and then I'll be cool. But I ended up calling them, though. I ain't want to, but I called them. And I was like, yo, I'm sitting in front of Planet Fitness, man. I'm just having one of them days, you know what I mean, deal with just family shit. And he pulled right up. Like he pulled up in the parking lot. So I appreciate you for that, man.
That's what you. But I think again, that's what you suppose. If people say they friends and they brothers and all that, it can't be one dimensional. We just take pictures and that's bullshit.
You gotta
that's
show
not your. You know what I mean?
We gotta show up for each other when it's needed.
Yeah,
at the most times.
And he would do the same. He's done the same. So it just goes without saying, man. I think as black men, we have to have and hold space for each other. We got to hear each other. We not judging each other. That's just kind of what I'm trying to be on. But I'm in the best space in my life right now is because I don't have to hide nothing. I'm when I tell you I'm clean, like I'm clean as I could have left my phone home with my wife.
Was you in a space?
Feeling.
Was you in a space where you felt like you had to hide and move around?
I'm sure it's amazing.
But again,
you would never know.
Again, man, we wasn't always, you do, sometimes you do shit that.
You don't have to go any further.
No, you know what I mean? We know. But not even going all the way through with it though. Yeah. But not even going all the way through with that because we all know what that is, right? But I'm just saying, sometimes you could do shit that you wouldn't approve of if it was done on the other side, right?
Most of the shit that we do.
And so, but my thing is now, like if I show up or if I do something, like again, we can all look at somebody else and tell them exactly what they doing wrong, or how they do it wrong.
Yeah.
So what I do that changed and made my marriage better. My marriage got better when I started saying, all right, Devon, how are you contributing to this? How are you hearing what she's saying?
Yeah.
Am I listening to understand or am I listening to respond to what she's saying?
Yeah.
I struggle with that a lot.
Yes, you do.
I'm telling you, but when I tell you, it makes
that without a smile.
It makes a 180 difference though, because now it's more. If we have an issue, that issue don't span 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's let's
Y'all
get
able
this.
to come to a resolution.
Let's talk about it. Let's go get something to eat.
That
You
shit
feel what I'm
drains
saying?
me
You
like a
started operating from a
motherfucker,
place
for
of
real.
love.
Yeah, and you got to grow up.
It's
I
draining,
think you got to
man.
grow up, man, and take accountability.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing.
Definitely.
That's the hardest
Well,
thing.
accountability?
Yeah. Not for me. I take accountability, but I'm just saying.
I don't believe
But
it.
a lot of
Shit.
nigga.
But
I don't know where that came from.
But sometimes where we mess up is we think we always right.
Well, I am.
And we operate from logic. We operate from logic, but sometimes it's like it's not about being right. It's about just an understanding. You know what I mean? And if everybody want to be right, shit, it's gonna be a stand
You know
up.
what? I heard somebody say this one time, and I want to ask you, how do you feel about this saying? They said, "Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy?"
It's the truth, man. Like again,
Gotta pick your.
sometimes you
spot.
gotta pick and choose.
Yeah.
Pick and choose.
Yeah.
Like
Pick your spots.
if it's something that you really, really passionate about, you stand up. I'm not arguing about the price of milk going up or something like that. Like if you wrong, I'll just be like, I'll let you see it when you know what I mean. But I'm not gonna beat you down about that. Like
Yeah.
So it's just like you picking it.
I heard somebody say one time, they said when you're like one of the questions that you should ask when you're having a dispute with your significant other is this something that we have to agree on?
Yeah.
Because if we don't have to agree on this,
And it's okay that we don't agree.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
it's okay.
I'm telling you, my
You know?
wife says all the time, like, I just want understanding. I want clarification. And I don't think I did that in my younger days. You know what I mean? It was just like, nah, I said what I said and I stand on it. But you got to think, man, we got our sword up all day in this armor. Where you need to put
pause that one too.
Yeah,
that was
what?
crazy.
That was wild.
That was a little
sword
wild.
and-
Yeah,
All
that
right,
was a
well,
little
I was
wild.
just-
But hold on, you don't get to pause that he's
That was a
talking
little
about with
wild.
his wife.
I'm talking about
I'm
my
sorry,
wife.
but I'm just saying, like, that was crazy. That was crazy.
but I just
I'm sorry.
humor me. But you walking around.
I'm sorry.
But you walking around
Dre
with
hates
this.
that shit.
But you walking around with this armor on all day.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And you got to have this tough exterior to everywhere else that you go. You going in these spaces. You
Yep.
making sure you protect yourself. The place that you should be able to put that shit down is your house.
Home.
Yes.
That's a fact.
So
bro.
when
That
you
should be the
walk in
most
your
peaceful
house and you
place,
still You walk in the house and you still got this.
Yeah, like
Why is that?
Right.
Yeah.
And I had to turn that off because I'm like, yo, I said whatever I said. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's just a softer approach to everything. And I had to recognize that. And I'm not talking like I was in the house like yelling and shit like that. Like I'm too cool to yell. Like, are you kidding me?
I can't see you arguing. I don't see you.
Nah,
I
I'm
just
more
can't
of
see. It's
the-
not in your demeanor.
I'm more of the I'll just be quiet. You know, I don't say nothing. I just,
Yeah.
all right. You know
So
what I mean?
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But then it's still like, you got to be able to put your sword down at home. Like it's not going in the house with me.
Right.
I pick it up every morning when I leave,
Right.
but I'm not taking it in there.
My sword is for my enemies.
Yep.
And
That's
I don't
it.
live with my enemies.
I don't live with my enemy.
Yeah.
And so once I figured that part out, that was like figuring out the Rubik's Cube to everything.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope.
that's very
using
good.
my
Very
sword when
good.
I'm
Very
home.
good, guys.
Yeah.
I got one last thing that I just want to ask, and I'm cool. What's the game you play on your show? What's it called that you do on
Listen,
on 97.5 Live?
We had to rename it a couple times because cats keep stealing the.
Man,
So he trying to steal the sauce too.
No,
I'm asking
No,
questions.
it
That's all I'm
was
doing.
called. It was called this or that. Then it was called Pick a Side.
Oh, okay.
And then we just renamed it something. I can't even think of it off the top of my head right now. It's called something. And we just started like last week though.
Oh, okay.
But it's like pick a side. You know what I mean?
All right, that's cool.
What's it?
Well, I have a question. So I'm just gonna use the old adage.
Yeah.
Some bullshit coming.
Start, cut, bench.
Oh, okay.
Kids in the hall.
Wow.
AZ, little brother.
Ooh, that's a hard. That's a hard.
Damn.
That's a hard one.
Start AZ.
You going around the room with that?
That's this.
Start
this is
AZ.
for him. Oh, we
Look, Drake.
I mean,
Drake want to get in there.
I picked those because I know he fucked with them. So I,
right.
you know.
Yeah, I want to know your answers too, buddy.
We starting AZ. We gonna cut kids in the hall. We gonna bench little brother.
All right, that's. I just wanted to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean,
I concur.
I would start little brother and bench AZ.
That's
Wildin'.
AZ is my favorite rapper.
He wildin'.
AZ my
And
favorite
I
rapper.
love
That's
AZ.
not dead.
I love
He
AZ.
wildin' though.
That's a hard one.
I love
It's
little
not.
brother.
It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult.
What would you say, sir?
Huh?
What would you say?
Same. I got the same answer. as him.
Really?
Yeah, I got the same answer.
I'm the
as
only
him,
one
yeah.
that's different.
I fucks with little brother, but
Yeah.
AZ, you got to start AZ.
I know
first.
But
AZ.
you can't
I-
start
I understand where you're coming from though.
Yeah.
Because Fonte is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
He is.
and the minstrel show is
That's
still
one of my
it's
favorite
still
albums.
one of those albums
classic,
that
classic.
Serious question. With so all of us we're in relationships. Shane, you will be one day.
He in a relationship with himself. Self-love. He gives himself a lot of self-love, man.
I love me.
You should have seen his face.
Self-love.
You should have seen his face. He
Yo,
said,
this is every time, bro. It's cool. Good,
A lot of Nivea love.
So, y'all kiss with morning breath.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
every morning.
Hold on. Tongue kiss with morning
No,
breath.
hell no.
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 You said tongue kiss?
Oh, hell
Yeah,
no.
tongue kiss with
no,
morning breath.
that's disgusting.
Nah.
That's
I'm not
disgusting.
doing that.
No, I'm not doing that. No.
I don't care how locked in we are.
no.
Yeah, that's
Nah, I can't do
I
that.
just heard somebody, I was talking to somebody, they were like, they tongue kiss with morning breath. It was like, well, shit, I got it too. She got it. Like, I was like, what the
Nah,
fuck? Yeah, I
nah.
just,
No.
yeah,
No,
and
I wouldn't do that.
I was nauseated, and I just wanted to make sure.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay,
No,
yeah,
no.
yeah. That's
No, never.
that's hard.
Never.
What about you, Shane?
Nah, no.
Nah, he would break up with a joint because he
Yeah,
could smell
if
her
she-
in the
if
morning
she-
breath.
She not even doing
Look,
that.
listen, if she
not even-
attempted,
She not even there in the morning for him to kiss her.
you on the nice, bitch.
He kicking her out.
Yeah,
No,
she
you know
is.
what he gonna do?
She not even there in the morning.
He gonna leave, ride around, call me. Can you believe?
And then he's gonna come here and talk about it. Okay.
And this bitch had the audacity.
She had the
They
almighty
trying
jaw.
to paint this narrative about me, guys. This is
Now,
I'm not that
you know what
bad.
I can
It's not
respect.
an-
I'm not that
You
bad.
know what I can
I was gonna
respect
ask
about
you
what you're
that.
doing. You know what I can respect about what you're doing, though. Like in all honesty.
Hold on. What is he doing?
Well, he's about to tell you.
He's
Oh, okay, all right.
he's
He wasn't going to tell us what he's doing.
he's taking his time to find what he wants, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes we could settle for something and be unhappy in the settle, right?
Yeah.
And if you think about it, as far as I know, we go through this one time, right?
Thank you.
And so I think you're supposed to like take your time with that and you know make because marriage and all that's supposed to be forever. You feel what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people now jump into it like with the the divorce rate is 50%. You feel what I'm saying?
More than that, actually.
Yeah. And so, but you know why? Because people are tricked into think they got options.
Right.
You looking at all this ass on IG and all that.
Yes, I am.
Yo, but the thing is,
Yes, we are.
But the thing is,
Still,
you
and
see it, but those same
I don't
girls.
tap though. I don't
do
like
that again,
nothing.
bro.
I don't like
Don't
nothing.
do that shit again, bro.
But those
That was
same,
purposely.
but those same girls, like it's all a farce
It
a little
is.
bit. You
It
know what I
is.
mean? Because if you really get into it, you know, you see that, and then it's like no personality, or you know, like they don't have nothing together. They expecting you to have it all together. You feel what I'm saying? And so
That's
some
why I
people,
watch their videos on mute.
yeah,
I don't
some
want to hear them
people,
talk.
but some people are for the moment. They not for a lifetime. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so there's a
Right.
difference between something you want to, you know, just have a good time with, somebody
you,
you want to
brother.
build a
Give my
lifetime.
Thank
eye.
you,
Give my
brother.
eye.
And I'm gonna tell you something. So we joke a lot with Shane about that, but the conversation, me and Shane have had conversations about it. And two things that I know. One thing, he does want something real, and he does want love.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, he's not about to settle for just anything.
Nah.
No,
And
sir.
I
So
already
him
know.
taking his time, he's doing this the right
Nah,
way.
and it's hard.
So even though we joke about it, it's something that really everybody should really learn from because he's doing it the right way.
And it's
You
slim
know.
pickings out here too. Let's not get that. It's
Listen,
slim pickings.
let me tell you,
It's slim pickings out here.
these streets.
Slim
Dog,
pickings out here.
I was like, what I could say, what I could say about,
just like you said.
but what I could say about mine, honestly, is I know without a shadow of a doubt, like some women may look and be like, yo, he's a successful black man. They see this and see that or whatever. But it's all like kind of what you can get.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Where
Yeah.
I know mine right now, if I lost everything and I had to sleep on the floor, she gonna sleep on the floor with me.
Yeah.
And then we gonna wake up the next day and she gonna be like, all right, what can we do
We'll figure this
in
out.
order to figure it out?
Not
If
to-
we gotta eat oodles and noodles for the next 3 weeks, she trying to doctor them joints up. She gonna go get the shrimp. She gonna go get the you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like, well, what you gonna do? You know what I mean? It's like you in it together.
Yeah.
And that's 90% now.
And I'm telling you, when we, you know, when I separate, whatever, you know what I mean? And I'm looking around at the landscape, I'm like, shit.
Come back.
Wasn't it?
I'm
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
but
Come back
again,
home. Yeah.
but again, your pride can be the most foolish thing you have.
Yeah.
Because you'll be like, man, I ain't gonna fix that. I'm gonna let it go.
I told him.
Your
I
pride.
told him.
And I remember before we, you know what I mean, we did. He was like, "Yo, you think it's sweet out here?"
I told him.
And I'm like, "Yo, you can go wherever you want,
Right?
man. You in the bachelor pad, you know what I mean?"
Yeah.
And once
I don't
I
give a
had
fuck
it,
about none of that.
and once I had
That
it,
grass ain't
it
greener.
was like,
Sitting there playing Call of Duty, buddy.
yep, I was playing. and again, and the thing is, I like spending a lot of time by myself. I do. And,
So does Shane.
and a part of that scared me. I was scared of that because I was like, yo, I'm a little bit too used to this.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And then just not hearing my girls in the house and
There it is.
that
That's the one.
noise.
That's the one.
And and it's crazy
That's the one.
because sometimes when they loud and all that shit, I get annoyed. But then I'm like, when I don't have it,
Listen, and I had this as a question, but I didn't want to ask because I didn't know if you wanted to
Yeah.
speak about. But since you ushered it in, this is good.
Yeah.
So, real quick, or however you describe it, can you, or however long it takes you to explain it, can you describe the differences or the difficulties or the hurdles that you face parenting within the home, trying to parent not being in the home?
absolutely.
I can answer that myself.
There was a time where
Can't we
my
all?
kids weren't, you know, we were separated or whatever, and my kids wasn't living with me. And as a dad that's been there since day one, that was probably the hardest shit.
Hard, bro.
That was the
Super
hardest.
tough.
Like and
Super
I
tough.
always say, I'll tell anybody, other than burying my mother, the second hardest thing I ever did was to be here and my kids in Florida.
Yeah.
And I'm a protector.
Jeez.
I'm a protector. So, you know, I wanted to be, you know, on top of everything. Like you know, and just not knowing and it's hard. And that's why I don't understand deadbeats though.
Hold, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. But hold on though. Before you get
Yeah.
into that, I want to say this because I've been wanting to say it. It's not talked about enough, or the perception is that father's not in the home, we got it made. We ain't got to do nothing.
No.
And it's not spoke about enough. That shit is tough. That shit is hard when you're a real dad and you miss certain things, or you can't be there for certain things, depending on where you are geographically. But that shit is hard, and no one ever highlights that part. They always think, well, the dad's not in the home, he's living the best life. All they got to do is send money and he good.
And some of them niggas do.
Some of them do, but fuck
a lot of them niggas do. Yeah. But I know what you mean.
But we ain't talking about them. We're talking about the fathers.
But my thing is, when I would have, like, I remember I would go out or whatever, it didn't feel right. It did not, like, it just didn't feel right. I was like, man, this shit feel weird. Like I'm doing something wrong. And I couldn't shake it. I could not shake that feeling. I didn't want to deal with nobody and you know what I mean, whatever. But it wasn't like I was in it. I was just like, yo. And so I was going to Florida to see my girls. I would, like, something happened with Taylor and she had some racist things going on in school. Oh, wow. And I remember Yolanda had sent the text, and as soon as I read the text, I remember, trying to get a flight the same night, or I paid like $800 for something. And I didn't have the money like that. You feel what I'm saying? But
it didn't matter. That's your baby.
And the next day when Taylor woke up, I was standing in her bedroom, right? And I was like, yeah, we going to school. And she was like, and she just told me like a week ago, she was like, cause she's writing her college applications now. She was like, one of my proudest.
Hold on, let's not get away from that right there. My bad. I gotta interrupt with applause.
But she was like writing about her experience, because I told her to write about it. Like one of the things I talk about, your testimony, like the things you've been through. You trying to get into a HBCU, you got to talk about what you've been through. And she was like, one of the best feelings she had is like when my dad showed up. And I'm going through all this, and he showed up and went into school with me. And the cop, I remember I'm talking to the cop, and he was like, well, she can go. I said, nah, anything you say in front of me, you're going to say in front of her. And we're going to get through. And them kids got expelled and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I went in there on my NAACP type. Like I had two options. I was gonna wear sweats or I was gonna wear a suit. I didn't know what. So I was like, I should probably
ready for either one.
I was like, I should probably go.
Malcolm.
Yeah, I was like, I should probably go in a suit. Because man, when it's your kids, yo, that's the level of anger that I have when it comes to my children.
Man,
listen, tell me. We all there.
But see, but that's again, if I don't do nothing else with my life, and even when I started Beck Excellence, it's really about them. It's not really about me. Right. Like I'm building it and I'm doing this so they don't have to ask nobody for nothing. I'm doing all this brunt work and doing all this. So your last name Beck, until somebody change it, you feel what I'm saying? But it's your maiden name still going to be Beck.
That's still my blood.
Yeah. If anything you want to do, you don't have to ask nobody for nothing. Dad, I'm trying to write a book. Beck, do it under Beck Excellence. Dad, I'm trying to do this. Do it under Beck. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm trying to build that. And so the way I'm moving and doing everything is so I can open the door for them. They say sins of a father make your life 10 times harder. So if I am out here doing bullshit, leading this path and doing people dirty and all that, it's going to make it harder for them because they're connected to me.
Right.
And I take that seriously.
Legacy, man. Legacy.
It's nothing. I want my girls to say, Devon's my dad with pride. I don't want them to hang their head when they say Devon my dad. I want you to be like, yo, that's my dad.
Or say, I don't know my dad.
Yeah.
Or my dad live around the corner, but we don't have a relationship or something like that.
But again,
that's the craziest shit in the world.
That's literally my driving force. Like everything that I'm doing, the person that I am, the person that I show up to be every day, it literally comes from the fact that I want to make my mom proud. I want to make my dad proud. I want to make my all the people that believed in me coming up, I want to make them proud. But I also got little people that are like dependent on me to make something shake. So it's got to be done.
Yeah. That's dope, man. Well, I don't have nothing
Now I
else
can't
for
even
Devon.
joke no more.
Nah,
man.
just relax.
God damn,
I don't got
Now I
nothing
can't
else
even joke no
for
more.
my boy, man. Listen, man, I appreciate you coming through
Definitely,
here.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you I'm extremely proud of you.
Thank you,
everything
brother.
that you are doing,
man.
everything that you've accomplished. I watched everything.
Yeah.
So where you are now and where you're headed, bro, I sit in the audience and just applaud, bro.
Nah,
I
thank
mean,
you,
I'm
man.
a fan from afar. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
so thank you,
and
man.
what you give me is genuine. It's never like, yo, I should. You want to put me on to this? You understand what I'm saying?
I'm proud of you, bro. Let me borrow $20.
Nah, but it's not even that. It's like some people can watch you with conditions or be proud of you with conditions, and I feel like you've always like championed what I do. I used to be Shane's hype man.
Yeah.
I was Shane's hype man. I knew all his songs, and we be in the club. I mean, we was in clubs that got shot up. We was in clubs that, you know what I mean? We'd have been all over. And I was this hype man. And I remember him saying, yo, you dope. Make sure you working on your stuff. Like, make sure you working on your solo project too. Like, you ain't just gotta, and then, you could have easily been like, oh man, but he was like, I don't want the line. Like, you need to be, you need to go, bruh.
Man, I'll say this, and this is for real the last thing I said. With that, I don't know if I've ever told you this. Maybe I have, but I don't think I have. But the reason why you was my hype man is because I was scared. I was scared. I looked at your stage presence and how you carried it. I wanted to be that, but that's just not me. I don't even like the stage.
Yeah.
So it was like you was like a safety net for me. Like, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
So you helped me while I was helping you, but you know what I mean? So that's the real, that's the reason.
It's too much glazing.
All right.
That word is not in the male dictionary, goddammit. I said that 4 times.
That's gonna be the name of this pod, Glaze Away.
Hell no.
Hell no. I ain't even watching it.
But you have to
I ain't gonna watch
man.
that.
Most people
I'm just joking, but I'm joking.
don't sustain that amount of time because there's jealousy, there's backbiting, there's the crab in the bucket that we deal with on the Eastern Shore. It's refreshing to see and be around people that like want you to win,
exactly,
and can give you your flowers, and it's not it's like man, because at some point we gonna be the old ones, right? But it's like, what do we do in this time? Like, what do we do right now? You know how people talk about back then, I would have did, all right, this your time right now. What you doing right now?
Exactly,
That matters.
And so that's what I want to be on. So yeah, man. Thank you for having me.
So
I think we should end on that note.
Before we end, I got 3 things to say, and the last one's going to be a question.
Okay.
You can't let nobody out motivate speak you, can you?
I am not trying to compete with this dude.
More glazing, goddammit, more glazing.
So
Here we go.
Number one, the relationship between the two of y'all, I think, is huge. And I really think that needs to be highlighted because it's not enough of us black men bigging each other up and encouraging each other and uplifting each other. And that is huge. It's huge. There's no ego. There's no pride. There's all love and respect.
Right.
And just being genuine, And I appreciate that. I love seeing that between 2 black men. That's the first thing. Second thing, if nobody's ever told you, you are a freaking hero.
Thank you, brother.
Yo, the things that you're doing for the community, for these young black children or whatever, I mean, just for people, period, for anybody who just hears your words, you have the ability to change lives, which is going to lead to changing the world,
Man,
So, I mean, it's amazing, and I appreciate you for that.
Appreciate it.
And I mean, I just can't wait to see where else you go with everything that you do.
Thank you, brother.
I was so looking forward to this podcast and to this interview because I knew that you were going to bring everything that you were
He got 19 jobs too. Just say that. There's 38 jobs.
Good show, man. Good show. Good show.
I said 3 things. The last
Hold on,
thing.
Dave.
The last thing we gonna end with this. I give you a blank tombstone. What are you gonna put on it?
Oh man. A blank tombstone.
Oh, that's great. That's a good question.
I'm out of here. Peace.
Now,
Just gonna say B.
here lies a man who won't compromise who he is for acceptance. He
powerful.
lived.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yo, he lived on a tombstone is powerful. I love that.
Hey, man.
Love that.
Art of Opinion podcast.
The
Our
Glaze,
guest, Devon
Glaze
Beck. God damn it, that show.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
Johnny
we did it.
Glaze over here.
Johnny Glaze. All right, fellas, we'll see y'all. We out all that.
All right, man. Do all that stuff they tell y'all to do, man. Yeah, peace, man.
That word is not in the
Definitely.
dictionary for us. Haven't ever said that.
You got day zero.
Sometimes we gotta take the mask off and be a little vulnerable, you know? Can't believe what I'm about to say. Listen, I thought it was over, couldn't find inspiration, feeling less creative, couldn't find the